if he gets butt hurt, like if he were Foggy Fresh, he could sit and spin.
I assume you all know what Fishtank is. I've made a few videos about it. It's been kind of all over the internet. If you're, an MDE fan, you probably know what Fishtank is. I think Fishtank's funny. I think it's a really cool project. I think Jet Neptune is a really, he's a nice dude. He's been a good friend to me, and his project is also, really awesome. It's, I would say, somewhat revolutionary as far as independent content creators. It makes me proud to know him, to see him do something so cool, okay? Well, you guys may also remember Full Force by iDubbbz, which was a documentary about YouTuber Airsoftfatty. This video was, 3 years ago, 2019, almost 4 years ago now. 23 million views. This had the same amount of views as like a typical content cop could have had. And it was really interesting, all things considered, to see someone do a sort of profile piece documentary in person, just filming an eccentric YouTube guy, right? It's not anything super unique for content creation in general, but it is rather unique to YouTube, and it definitely was at the time. Especially around this time, you also had all the Shane Dawson documentaries. So this video was definitely a big selling point for iDubbbz's channel, and it showed people that he was kind of in the next stage, Here we have Airsoftfatty saying, "Yo man, this was a good time. By the way, house is finally getting the repair starting next week. Robert and I are talking. I'm hoping we can get back to being friends again." So Airsoftfatty seemed to have a fun time. It obviously gave his channel some promotion. Here we see his channel right now. You can see he's getting some views, but I believe he's having some problems with YouTube. I think I heard his channel got demonetized, and he's been struggling with that, which, obviously is a big deal because this is his job, right? And if you're not making money on YouTube, that really sucks. And so here we have, this video is called "Airsoftfatty Loses It and Calls Out iDubbbz." The caption below says, "Can a reconciliation between Fatty and iDubbbz be achieved, or is this a final straw that will put an end to the enigmatic combo?" Here we have comments about Sam Hyde. "Sam is really doing a solid for the downtrodden in society. First Jet, then John, now Chris. Sam is a real social justice warrior. iDubbbz only sees people in his videos as circus freaks. When Jason Goldstriker make him look like the circus freak, then it pissed him off. Between Sam getting sincerely emotional when John left the tank and him bringing Airsoftfatty in to help out with his career, I'm starting to see a softer side of Mr. Goldstriker that I really appreciate." And this clip is, this is from March, January, February, March. So this is like months old, but now he's getting a bunch more comments, in the past few days because he's been on Fishtank. So we'll see what he says about iDubbbz here.
Cannabis. Guess what, motherfucker? I haven't had to buy cannabis in 6 months. Jesus Christ! Hell! 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 I haven't had to fucking drop a fucking penny on that shit. Every penny as I've had has gone towards bills and been doing my best to better these streams. As much of a fucking failure as I've been.
Poor guy.
I am an influencer. Baby, give me some time, please. I know you can tell I'm stressed. I know you want me to pay you to calm down. But this needs to be said. This needs to be said. Because I'm tired of people making me feel like shit when I reach out for help. I'm tired of people making me feel like shit. I'm tired of it.
This is a very sad clip. I feel bad for this dude.
I reached out to Ian for help that day, and Ian never replied. You want to talk about some shit? I messaged iDubbbz the other day. I said, "Hey, can you just share my stream around?" I didn't ask him for money or anything. I said, "Hey, share my stream around." Looked at the message.
Okay. I don't think he's demonetized. I think he's just not pulling views, and he's asking Ian to share the stream, I guess.
Like, that doesn't fucking make me feel like shit, man. I'm sick and tired of this shit. Anyone, please, you gotta give me some time, okay? This needs to be said. I know you can tell I'm beyond.
Poor dude.
I'm tired of people telling me it's gonna be okay, but it isn't. It isn't, because nothing's gonna change. As much as I want it to, and as much as I put the work in to get it to change, someone's gonna be there to steal that shit or fucking take it from me. I love you, buddy. I love you so much. I'm tired of breaking like this.
So I guess as a content creator, he's kind of fallen on hard times, and I guess Ian wasn't retweeting his stuff, so he feels that, he needs some help, and he was trying to get someone bigger to promote his stuff, and it wasn't really working out for him. I don't know if Ian necessarily owes him a retweet or something, or tweeting out a stream, but regardless, I do feel bad for the dude in this situation. People in chat are saying he abandoned his cat. If he did do that, I guess that sucks, but I don't know if that's true. And also, maybe he just gave the cat to someone else because he couldn't afford to take care of it. I assume that could be a reality. Well, anyhow, Airsoftfatty is now on Fishtank. You can see him right there. He's entered. There was a pretty sad clip of him on Fishtank. I think he was on the bathroom cam. He's basically talking about how he doesn't really have a lot of money. He kind of needed an opportunity like this to reboost, rejuvenate his online career, and obviously having access to Sam's fan base, which is probably the most loyal fan base on the internet in terms of, just people willing to stick their neck out for him, pay for new services, follow new projects, stuff like that. Having any access to that is obviously good. Association with Sam is very good. He's been in the streams. He's been interacting with Josie, interacting with, I believe this is Lance, who is Vance's doppelganger. So if you haven't been watching, there's been a lot of development since then.
Yes, you. I guess the glasses in my bag just weren't enough, so I say, you. I know I don't drive a Ferrari or really anything like that, but you have to
CeeLo Green cover. CeeLo.
Because honestly, this is facts. You just look like a fool who's got no love for you.
Why can he hit the notes? He's actually really good at singing.
They should get us another karaoke. We broke those. You had to do one? No, we had one. But I don't know.
There's Sam. Sorry, Jason. So there's been a lot of clips of Fatty basically coming out of Fishtank. If you look up Airsoftfatty Fishtank on YouTube, you can see there's a bunch of clips of him. Here's his bathroom confessional that I mentioned earlier. I actually want to watch this. You guys seen like Total Drama Island? They would always have like the outhouse interview with all the contestants, like the animated reality show. This reminds me of that very much.
So, I'm gonna take a second to get something off my chest. So they're right. I got more reasons to be here than, I don't know, just being here for fun and everything. I've dropped a couple jokes about, but something I kind of legitimately worry about is I kind of need to win because without bringing home this W, I'll be going home homeless. The situation at home, don't want to go into details, but technically I've been evicted this week and it's not fun.
Technically he's been evicted. He's going to be homeless if he doesn't win. He like needs the money.
I had to get rid of my cat. I had to get rid of my cat because I cannot afford to find a place that allows pets, and I think it's one of the few things that's gonna get me. I don't know right now if I hope that he adopted quickly, or if I'd rather him be there for me when I get back to re-adopt him. And because I got a plan, if I win, I'm gonna take the money, I'm gonna buy whatever until and take my cat back. But he is such a sweetheart that I almost hope. But I gotta keep strong. I gotta keep pushing on. I've got a lot of friends out there who care about me and who want to see me. So
it's very sad. I mean, he's basically saying he needs to win this in some way to, get his life back. He's, he can't afford to have his cat anymore. He has a bad situation at home. He might be homeless soon, which is sad. I feel for this dude, I've never been in a situation like that, but, I can only imagine the feeling of, especially as like a YouTuber who has had all this like attention on you. I'm not saying YouTubers have it harder, but for him, he's had all this attention on him, and he's like, he sees himself sort of as like someone who has to succeed at the YouTube thing. And he knows people like Ian who are successful and have careers. Meanwhile, he's in the situation where he's quote unquote fallen off. He's not really making the money he used to, and he's having a hard time getting the content out that would put him back on top. So now he's joined Fishtank. He's going to try to win. Obviously, even if he doesn't win, I think he could get some fish bucks out of it, which is good. You know what? I hope he does win. Now, if you guys remember, the winner of Total Drama was Owen, and Owen bears a striking resemblance to Airsoftfatty, in case you guys haven't noticed. He even sounds like him.
Woohoo! You're coming to my party together! Woo!
I mean, does he not?
Yo, Owen, you know what it's time for?
I mean, come on. Like, you're telling me this isn't basically the same dude? He's got to win. So I was hoping that the contestants that went in at the beginning won, but given the situation he's in, I'm hoping Airsoftfatty wins. It would be really nice. Let's see. We have a top comment on this saying, Ethan Klein and Ian Jama both tried to use and discard people in the same way that Howard Stern exploited and discarded his whack pack. Chris is a good guy, and as someone who adores his cat, my heart broke for him. I hate that he thinks he's eligible to win the entire thing, but I hope Sam continues to make content with him, at least trains him to be as beastly as his heart is. Imagine if he made his body match his mind and heart. He'd be a juggernaut, and here's hoping Sam gives him the blood sport montage treatment. So yeah, I hope he does well. I like this kid. I feel bad for him. I hope he at least gets some relevancy out of Fishtank, if nothing else, right? I hope he gets a decent amount of attention on his YouTube channel. That would make me very happy. As a final kind of note on this, we have this video from Lotan. So I timestamped this part in the video just when we can see Airsoftfatty interacting with people. I just want to watch a little bit of this real quick. Lotan makes probably the best Fishtank recap videos, by the way, on YouTube. He does it so consistently. It's every day. He does a good job. So, yeah, credit to Lotan.
Chris, whatever poses you'd like to hit, you can just have a seat right here.
We're capturing the beauty of Chris. Now, you do not want to offend or upset Chris with your drawing, with your painting. Here, hold it. Chiss. Chiss. You're probably a wrestler, a WWE wrestler.
A decent introduction, but this is just the start. Later that evening, Fatty acknowledged iDubbbz to one of the cameras.
If he gets butt hurt, like if he were Froggy Fresh, You can sit and spin.
Finally, we have a little clip of Frank Hassel.
Avoiding the famously bad NPC AI. In normal gameplay, the wanted system is supposed to escalate 1 or 2 stars at a time and stop when it reaches 5 stars. But Frank avoided this by triggering what's called an integer overflow glitch. By confessing to stealing from the target's cart, Frank's behavior was so illegal it escalated 4 stars at once, so the game thinks it should be 6 stars.
This is obviously like a Summoning Salt parody. But I believe Frank is actually in the Fishtank right now if I go to fishtank.live. I did see him at one point. Oh, there he is.
Good thing for them to do.
Oh, wait, where'd he go?
Any more damage.
Did he go to the bathroom or something? Oh, there's Airsoftfatty doing some weight training. Oh, there he is.
Biggest TV I've ever seen in my life.
Same bigger. Yeah. I don't like TV that's like too big, bro. Yeah, it's like really big pixel.
So do you not like movie theaters?
No, I like movie theater because they have good high definition.
Obviously, when you're watching a show like this, you might not get a super interesting moment right off the bat. But you know, interesting to see Frank in there. Obviously, he's a pretty entertaining dude, and he's been a part of internet culture, lore, part of the zeitgeist really since the boogie thing. He's been a part of it that people remember. So I'm curious to see what happens with him. I'm sure we'll get some updates about the shenanigans and stuff that he takes part in. They added more people to Fishtank. They did add more people, yeah. They took some people out, and then they added some doppelgangers. They added I can't remember this girl's name right now, but they added her. So yeah, that's cool. Little Fishtank update for you guys.